So hello and welcome to Louise O'Dalaigh, who is a transformative coach and a WOW mentor who's been doing some great work in Ireland. And Louise, one of the areas that you worked in on with the first session was to help the children understand the thought-feeling connection. So tell me, how did you do that? How did you engage them with that?
Okay, so the first time I went in, thanks Liz, the first time I went into the classroom, it was the first time the school had really embarked on a journey like this. So I myself don't have a background in teaching, but I am a parent. And two of my own children were in the classroom, which, you know, had probably raised their anxiety levels as well as their mothers. So the first thing I did was I brainstormed with the children and brainstormed all the different feelings that they could come up with. And it's quite funny, they come up with about 50 different feelings. But as we were brainstorming the feelings, I was kind of mucking about with them and saying, oh, give me a face that shows you're really angry. And then their faces would, you know, kind of give that kind of really angry look. And then I would say to them, give me a face that you're really happy. And the children were coming up with the feelings themselves. And then when we were talking about this, I would have maybe given them some situations that I would have said, say for example, you're away with your parents and you're on the beach and it's a really sunny day and the sun is shining, and I would set the scene for them, and your parents has just said that you can get an ice cream and you're absolutely thrilled that you're allowed to get an ice cream. What sort of face would you have? And their faces would light up. And then I would have talked through with them about, isn't it amazing how when you think of something that the feeling that goes with it just becomes automatic? So we would have went from like a negative feeling, I would have said, to a positive feeling. And then I would have talked to them and said, isn't it amazing that a couple of minutes ago you were all really angry when you were thinking about maybe something that your brother or your sister did that you didn't like very much? And prior to me starting with the children as well, when I had some conversations with the principal and the teacher, was around playground activity that sometimes had showed up for them. So I talked about that as well, about that when they were in the playground, sometimes if they weren't included, how that made them feel. And again, just kept talking through different scenarios and situations with them and getting them to just, because also it was like it was just settling them and kind of building a relationship with me and them, that I wasn't maybe coming in like another teacher, so to speak, to tell them something, that I was just really having a chat. So I suppose I was building that relationship with them as well. And that's how I did it. Just, yeah.
Yeah, and I like that, because two things I pick up there. One is that you were building the relationship, and that's really important. But secondly, you weren't telling them, you were getting them to really experience it for themselves.
Yeah. And that created fun. So it created a good feeling when they were looking at each other with kind of angry faces and sorry faces and, you know, happy faces and, you know, the feelings, you know, all the different feelings. They were kind of starting to giggle at each other about how they could pull these faces really quickly, greedy faces, you know, all sorts. So it was just like a, you know, kind of a settler. I can't think of the right words, not coming to mind, but it just was kind of settling them as a group and settling them with me, with them as well. So, and that I suppose started the thought feeling conversation then. Yeah.
That's great, Louise. Thank you so much.